And we are live, it says. Okay, that's good. Sorry, I lost my bottle. And y'all know I can't do these live streams without having a little drink. Uh, so, and just so everyone knows, uh, I broke my phone right there today at work. So I'll be getting a new one. But until then, let's deal with this one. So I'm still sharing this stuff around. So just give me a few minutes. And getting, I got a little late start. Sorry, guys. So, hi, everybody. Oh, God. It's been one of those days where everything that could go wrong went wrong. And I'll show you all the new bottle I got. If this phone will work with me. That's the one I want to use. Next. Next. Paste. Share. There we go. Okay, that's shared there. Okay. And yeah, I want to do some research. I forgot to get that tab. I gotta get that tab back up. Dadgummit. I was not ready. I had this one set up. There it is. Okay. Hey, Stephen Thompson. George Gooding says my whole week's been that way. What's been going on, George? Oh, and for everybody, Nikki, baby, say hi. They can't see you.
You came up good enough.
She's grumpy, apparently. I'm playing with you, baby. Okay, like I said, we're talking about the cowboy code. I got some stuff up. I'm hoping to get some. If, but the problem is, I can't really use this phone, and I don't have another one. Okay, that's going. Post. Okay, there it showed to the Reloaders Network. Okay, here is the bourbon we are drinking tonight. Kentucky Tavern, 80 proof. So I get a little better focus, camera, focus. Has anyone ever had this before? If you have, comment and tell me what you think. Because I'm about to try some. Hold on 1 second. Alright, sorry. Here, smell that. Tell me what you think.
It smells like Southern to me.
Which cup do you want? Because I don't have enough.
I don't care.
Well, then play any, meeny, miny, mo with it.
There.
There we go. Try a little bit of this. Alright, you see your cup, please? I didn't know where you put it. Is that enough or you want more?
That's fine.
Alright. You want more, just let me know. Alright. Can we get on to the topic? What's this? Why are the comments like check the camera? Wrong thing. Oh yeah, click this one. Do. I had one pulled up. I gotta remember who it is. I've got like four. I've literally got four tabs up, guys. Sorry. Okay. Share screen. Chrome tag. This one. Share. There. Let me make sure. I can't. Forgot to pull this up on my phone. Dadgummit. This is why I need someone else's help. Yeah, okay, it's showing. This is why I need someone else's help. All right. Here's one. Now, the code of the West or ethics, whatever, kind of differs from a lot of different things. I mean, each one of these pictures is kind of saying the exact same thing, but in different ways.
I'm trying to turn something down.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what the world you're doing over there.
Turn it down.
Well, I'm just. It's like your phone's drunk. Dude, wait, hold on. I saw that comment pop up. Let me see. Okay, it popped up on YouTube faster. Okay, it pops up on YouTube faster. Okay. Duke, I can't go duck hunting until next weekend. So, ooh, George, let me know. Put it down below, and I'll try to see if I can get it. Now let's get back to what I was looking at. Okay, here we go. I mean, look, here's Gene Autry's Cowboy Code. There's just a lot of them. So it's kind of hard to pin down which one is the actual Cowboy Code. But I mean, it's just basically. Don't it. This is the best one that I think describes any kind of cowboy. If I can pull it up. That's. Try to make it bigger. How do I zoom on this thing again? No. No, I'm trying to remember how to zoom, guys. Oops. Gotta figure that out. Supposed to be something here. Is it a button? Oh, yeah. I have all this fancy stuff and I can't remember how to do half of it. Just Stephen Thompson says I've never been duck hunting but want to. Stephen, where are you again? Aren't you? No, Stephen, we're not that far away from each other anymore. Okay. Okay, smart baby, could you help me figure out how to zoom this, make this picture big?
Why, because my laptop's just like yours.
Yes. And you probably know how to do it better than I do. Yeah, don't
Why
touch
did
it.
it go to that one?
I don't know.
Because you gotta have a newer Adobe Flash. That's why.
Oh, I'll get that later.
That's why it's not.
Okay, well, basically, I'll just, well, I guess you can kind of see it. Steven, okay, I missed the chat. Hold on. I saw it pop up. Let me check it real quick. Stephen Thompson says, okay, and the place is called Old 55 in Newtown, Indiana. Ian is Indiana, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But this is basically it. It's a man's had to have a code and a creed to live by, no matter his job. John Wayne. Okay, so what is a code and a creed? You gotta break this all stuff down. I mean, this is basically kind of like how I live my life, guys. This one right here. And this one's actually not that. I have no clue what I just clicked on, but it let me use it. Just let me know you use cookies. Okay. I heard it. Okay, it's not letting me show that one on screen yet. Okay, that's good. Do, 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 do. Control. Inspect, maybe? No, that's not it. How do I get out of this thing? Uh, no. Don't mind me. There we go. I'm losing my mind. But yeah, this is basically a good code to live by right here. And I was kind of hoping to bring up other topics, but no one else is here. Uh, okay. Now, well, since no one else is here, I'm going to bring up something else real quick that I've been looking at and want to get y'all's idea, see what y'all would like to see on the channel more often, besides these live streams. Oh. Hold on, I gotta sign in to this page. I kind of like this. Not that bad. This Kentucky Tavern, it's not that bad. Oh god, loaded that. Okay. Alright, there we go. Shushing. Ah. Okay. Yeah, I got something already on my account. Leave me alone. Steven, I already used. Okay. I'm looking at getting a new revolver after I get the shotgun. And I would like to, because I haven't done a shotgun on this one in forever. And the one I'm getting is, well, I like it. And I was wanting to get y'all's opinion. Which kind of revolver? I mean, I've already got a Remington in 44. Uh, there's the 1860 Army, the 1861 Navy. There's the police model. I mean, oh wow, Dragoons are going for a pretty good cut down price. Ooh, I might have to get one of those. Uh, get a Peacemaker mock up. I mean, just I want to get another black powder revolver. Maybe one of these little pocket pistols. Uh, probably not some. So what do y'all think, guys? What should I get? Well, there's another page right. There's Remington and 36. We could see how they differ. Compare them. Spillers and Burr. I can get one of those. Oh, that's actually. You know what? No, we'll find me that. I could do what Dustin Weinecker did and get a kit and give my opinion on that. I mean, it just what would y'all like to see? I mean, I could do a snub nose version of. I think they've got a short barreled. Hold on, let me go back to the Remingtons. It's a 36. You know, page one. George Gooden says, "I love my 1851 36 cal." I did. I did too. I want to see something. See what the barrel lengths I can get on this. Uh, oops. This is also this is a Uberti barrel length. I get 5.5. That's a little stubby. Wait, 5.5 inch by and then 5.5. Huh? Wait, that's 8 inch. They've got to sell them these 8 inch right like this. 5.5. What's the difference between? Okay, someone please educate me here. Is this the finish? I mean, because it looks like the exact same barrel length. I mean, is anyone seeing the difference here? So I mean, 5.5 inches or five. I don't get it. Uh, how much? Well, this is Remington. I could do this and do I want that I want to add that to my wish list anyway. Next part. Oh wait, hold on, I got another comment. George says my next project might be a kit, I just don't know what. Well, George, what are you looking for? Hmm, that is sweet. That's smooth. You want more?
I've still got some.
Okay. I know there's a little bit of a delay here. I mean, if you're looking for another 36, I mean, we can look at them, see what you want, maybe. So I think most kids come in 44. If you want a 44, uh, let me see. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's go back and look. This is just off Midway. This is where we're gonna get them the cheapest. Uh, the kits were on the second page, weren't they? What were you talking about? Kits like this unassembled kits, or hey, George, there's a pretty. Ooh, I want this navy. I know it's in 44. But good lord. Mm. I like how they show it with no nipples attached. Faux ivory. See what the frame is. Ooh.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Uh-huh.
That kind of looks like Wild Bill's revolvers. But you only get to pick, and it's a little on the pricey side. I don't know. Or George, are you talking about kits like these? These. I mean, 44 caliber. You get a little flask. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. You get it. Try and get it. Yeah, there we go. You get a little. You get some ammo, but capper, the tool. Which, by the way, if you don't need one, that'd be good. A small cleaning kit, lube lube patches, uh, easy clean solvent, a small powder flask, a small powder measure. I mean, that's a navy in brass frame. And then the 18, it should send you like see these typing thing. Probably a flintlock. Okay, okay. Sorry. For some reason it doesn't show up comments when I'm share screaming. So I'm having to check. So just okay, so let's look. Let's see what kind of kits they've got for flintlock. Oh, we won't mess with cow. Oh. I'm trying to remember. No, okay, but anyway, I think we just gotta go back one page. Okay, here's the Lyman plain muzzleloading pistol kit. Help, see if I can't help you. That's percussion. Percussion. Oh, here's a flint. No, that's not the kit. Percussion. It looks like all the kits are percussion. Let me do. Oh, there's none. Hi, I didn't even know you were here. Sorry. I was trying to help George Gooding.
It's all good. I'm just kicking back and taking it in.
He's wondering about a flintlock kit. I'm trying to see. Okay, he wants probably a rifle, black powder rifle. And I'm seeing what they got on Midway. That I'm like, wow. Okay, that did not. That didn't do crap. There, y'all saw that. Let's go back to the homepage. So, what's your mom doing this shenanigans? Here, let me stop stream sharing. What's your opinion on the cowboy code? I know there's like 40,000 different versions of it. Well,
I don't know about the whole audience here, but there's only one set of 10 commandments. And there's only two ways to look at it. Is you can research the original versions from the Dead Sea Scrolls, or you can go with the King James Bible version. But basically, the whole cowboy code is based on the 10 commandments. Honor your pa and ma. Keep holy Sunday. Saturday, if you believe the Sabbath. I mean, there's some conflicting in there, but it's individual beliefs and religions on that. But you ever seen that one meme with Tom Selleck as Quigley Down Under? Do whatever you need to do to be happy, and let other people do what they need to do to be happy. The end.
Yeah.
Why do you think I got 7,300 something members of my group? I just let people do what they want and be happy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I would technically ever be considered a cowboy, because
even on the steel horse you ride.
Well, no, to be honest with you, yeah, I rest on Sundays. I honor my mother and father, and I keep the 10 Commandments. But at the same time, if someone even acts like they're going to pull a gun on me, most likely they're going to get shot.
One little thing I touched on. Depending on which version of those 10 Commandments you read. Now, the original version of the 10 Commandments doesn't say, "Thou shalt not kill." That's not what it says.
Thou shalt not murder.
Thou shalt not murder. That's what it said originally. Then they changed it to keep the peasants in line, and you don't have a right to defend yourself, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to get into all that, but it says, "Thou shalt not murder." So people say, well, what's the difference? Well, let's say there's a little old lady sitting at a picnic table, school bus stop. She's watching all the kids get off the bus, run around, play, throw balls and whatever, right? I walk up behind her and club her in the head with a hammer and beat her brains out. Is that murder?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say that same sweet little old lady, school bus pulls out, she pulls out her dead husband's Thompson machine gun and tries to wipe out a half a school bus load of kids in a police suicide type event, and I walk up and bash her brains out. Is that murder?
Nope.
There's a difference between killing and murder.
Yeah.
And the Bible's full of killing, and so's the tales of cowboys in the Old West.
Yeah.
Now, let's take another historical thing. If I said, Jeremy, you're a low-down stinking polecat, and the next time I lay eyes on you, I'm going to blow your brains out. Now, in the Old West, it gave you probable cause to walk up behind me, shoot me in the back of the head, and blow my brains out. Is that murder or is that killing? Because I threatened to blow your brains out if I laid eyes on you. See, you made sure that I didn't lay eyes on you because you know I'm probably a pretty good shot, pretty quick with a 6-iron, right?
I probably wouldn't do that. That goes shooting.
In the interpretation of the Old West, though, that was legal. If somebody made a terroristic threat to blow your brains out next time they laid eyes on you, you were in your legal rights to walk up behind me and blow my brains out from the back of my head.
Right.
That was back then considered killing, not murder.
Yeah, just that goes against my code of ethic, though. I mean, if you
Everybody's got a code.
I know if you want to do something to somebody, do it to their face.
Well, it's much more satisfying to do it to the face and the back of the head. Like, hey, turn around. Bang. I want you to know who did it, and I want you to see it coming. But anyways, you know.
Yeah.
Let me give you a bullshit quote. And it's actually, I forget who said it originally. But Obi-Wan Kenobi once said, there's a certain, the truths that we hold dear are from a certain point of view.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever your value system is that you hold true and dear to yourself determines what's true or not.
Yeah, that is true.
Today in New York City, if I walk up, if you say you're going to blow my brains out and I see you standing on the corner in New York City and I walk up behind you and blow your brains out, that's murder. As far as anybody's concerned, that's murder.
Yeah.
But if it was on the corner of Dodge City in 1875, it's self-defense. So, you know.
Yeah.
Many of the truths that we hold dear depend on a certain point of view.
Yeah, that is true. Let me get back to while we were talking about that, I found what George Gooding was asking for, and I do have some sad news. Midway is out of it for right now. Out of stock back order, no back order. But they just literally, I mean, when you're selling them for about $500 plus, and I think they're having a free shipping thing right now, this thing is basically gone.
And it'll probably be gone until the end of this year, until they start shipping in a new batch from Italy in February, March, or whatever.
Yeah, Traditions. I think that's Spain, if I'm not mistaken. That's where they come from.
Spain, Italy. I mean, I don't know where all they're making them these days.
Yeah, but I mean, so you'd have time to save it up. You'd have time to save up what you're looking for.
And you know, if you like building stuff and redoing stuff, another easy way to do it is just finding an old beat up used one, sand it back down, strip the wood, you know, and just refinish an old one that's already put together.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the day, you're going to wind up with the same thing, but you might pick an old beat up used muzzle loader that's all rusted up. As long as the bore's not shot, you might pick it up for $75, $50, $100, $150. You know,
this a lot of people, when I went to go buy it, said that ain't gonna ever shoot again. You've seen personally, it'll shoot. Not very well anymore, but it shoots.
I got this used, unfired, in new condition. Everybody that knows who I am and seen any of my videos knows this gun. But I got this without a scratch on it used for about, crap, what did I pay? $150, $125 for it? I got it for a song and a dance. And I wound up with an extra back strap so that I got rid of the brass trigger guard. So now it's all steel construction. And I mean, I've shot this thing without mercy. I've thrown it, tossed it and stuck it down in dirty pond water to rinse the barrel out. I've spit down into it to get the black powder softened up. I've shot everything in the world you can think of with it. And
he's lying.
Yeah, I'm lying. Shut the door, my loving son. Thank you. All the way. Damn, you're worse than a woman. That's my uncouth son. I'd say he's up for adoption, but at 30 years old, nobody wants him. But long story short, I destroyed the finish on this gun completely, just about. And one day I got out a pot of vinegar, got it to boiling, and I basically antiqued it and gave it that nice acetone rust-resistant finish on it. So, I mean, this gun is a full trigger action job. It's got the front sight added on it. If I ever sold it to somebody and they wound up pawning it off, you'd probably pick this up for $50, maybe $75, just because it's so beat up. It's got 2 percussion cylinders, the conversion cylinder for it. If you got this for $200, it's a $500 gun if you paid for everything brand new. What's the basic Army now? $279?
Hold on one second.
$279, $220, $240 for the conversion kit, and $50 for each cylinder.
Well, hold on. Well, I'll be able to tell you and show you right now. Hold on one second. I'll be able to tell you.
It would cost you $500 to get to where I'm at, plus a $60 front sight, unless you do it yourself.
That's that's a Uberti. You said that's a Pieta, right?
Yeah, from Cabela's. I think they're $279 new. $50 for each percussion cylinder that's extra, and then $200. Well, I think the conversion to R&D House through Taylor's are $240 now.
Okay. Well, here, let me share stream again. I'm getting better at this. There we go. I think that's going right. Let me see. Wait for the feed to catch up on my phone. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
I got to see that.
Pieta 1860 Army, brand new, not on sale. It's $323. Now let me.
Well, it says our price there is $299.
Yeah, but that's a sale price, and I'm trying to see if there's another one.
I think Cabela's sells them for $279.
Well, there's I think that's for
Let's
that's
just
for
say
the,
$200. $275 plus tax. It's going to be around $300.
yeah.
You'll crack 3 bills easy enough.
Oh yeah.
You want two extra percussion cylinders. Let's just say you want one. So that's going to put you at 150, probably 160. And then you got 240 for the R&D Howl. If you can't fit it yourself, then you got to pay them the $50 shipping to get them to fit it for you down there at Taylor. So I mean, you're going to be into the gun for between $500 and $550.
That's Ruger. It's 1850. What's this one? 18. Okay.
230. Yeah, $240.
Yeah. I think mine was is more expensive than that one. I got the Taylor's and Company Pieta Revolve. Yeah, this is the one I got. Right here, and that's how much
75.
yeah, that's what I paid because I got it on sale.
So pretty much, if you buy everything brand new, 2 percussion cylinders and an R&D hull conversion, you're gonna drop close to $600 for one now.
Yeah, because you're looking about the same price as a conversion cylinder for an extra cylinder most of the time.
And as it sits, being that I've sold off most of my other cylinders with my other navies and stuff, I probably could, with the $60 front sight, I could probably say there's $400. I've got $400 in that gun. With the conversion cylinder, 2 percussion cylinders, and the taller front sight added.
Oh, sure that one.
And if I had to pay somebody to do the trigger action job and flatten out the uneven surfaces on the front cylinder, remount the back of that, I mean, I'd be into that gun for another $150 with the gunsmithing.
Oh yeah.
So right now, that gun, with all the work that's done to it, the front sight, everything with it, you're probably talking $700 to replace that gun.
Oh, probably a little bit more than that.
Let's just say about $700, give or take $25, depending whether you get it on sale or pay full price, pay the shipping. You know, if you have a ship to your house, you got to pay tax and shipping.
Yeah. Well, this one I'm actually going to be doing a video on. Whenever I get the time, she's probably going to make me do it tomorrow. I'm calling it the Don Gertz special. It's not finished yet, but it's just my beater revolver. It's a Pieta, and I don't know if y'all can tell, it's been beat up, and it's going to be all the tests I have for like, okay, this. How long can a black powder cylinder be submerged in water? Can they fire in the rain? Can it, I'm not actually going to go out and shoot in the rain. That would just be idiotic. I'm not catching pneumonia.
The rain's not going to really bother it too much, but one guy did the probably 2.5 years ago, and I mean it's so far down the timeline you'd never find it. But
I think
the guy did the test. He submerged it for 30 minutes in a water puddle, and all 6 cylinders went off. Now, what he did is he sealed the ends with beeswax, and on the nipple side, he put fingernail polish around them.
Well, I was talking about, taking historical paper cartridges, the way that they were made, loading it in. Well, it wouldn't be. I would load it on my other one and then put that cylinder on here. Because, well, if y'all can't see, there's no plunger. Because I haven't bought it, re-drilled, and anyway, I just haven't done it yet. I just haven't done the work yet. Dropped the money and done the work yet. It's on my to-do list. It's my to-do list. You can ask her. I keep putting stuff in there. Like just like that, like the caps on it. Not trying to seal it up. Just take a 5-gallon bucket and go.
That I don't think is going to bother it too much. If you've got those caps on tight, it's going to be pretty much if you drop it and leave it in the water for a while, that's where you're going to get a problem.
Well,
if you just set that gun up and just let a water hose run straight down on it, I don't think you're going to have any issues at all.
Well, it wouldn't be just like straight down. It'd be like down. Have a timer go off at 30. Like a minute. Pull it up and then just start firing. Like like you've had to run across. Like it's in a holster. You're having to run across the little creek embankment. And pull it to fire it.
Well, here's a point. Now, this is the Indian War Schofield holster, so it's only a half flap holster. The other ones came out all the way, and it was a full flap. Now, military holsters were not designed to give you quick access to a gun. They were designed to protect that gun from the elements, the wind, the rain, the moisture, and everything else as much as possible, so that you would have a working firearm when you went to it.
Yeah.
It wasn't designed to give you, it wasn't designed to let you be a gunfighter. But they wanted that thing to work.
Oh yeah.
So if you carry your cap and ball on a flap holster, you could be out in a rainstorm and you should be good to go. If you have a little piece of leather or plastic Ziploc bag or something, and you put it over the top of that gun and close a holster around it, anything to help keep moisture out of it. But if you don't seal those nipples with some kind of fingernail polish or some kind of acrylic or something like that, you drop it in water and hold it in water, it's probably going to get water inside that powder, and you're going to wind up pulling the nipples, pulling the bullets, and unloading that cylinder, cleaning it, and giving it a fresh reload. Now, if you'd simulate the proverbial, I just fell down. Okay, I jumped in a mud hole after a hog, and I slipped and fell and went underwater and got straight back up, you might not have a problem.
Well, it's just
going to be more of an honest test for it. It's like maybe a 3-second dunk or a 5-second dunk. But if you put it in there for 30 minutes, you're going to have to put some kind of a sealer around those nipples.
Well, according to some of the stuff I've been reading, I've been wanting to test these things. Like, I've heard someone, like, they run across this creek and then pull their pistol. They're like down the Civil War, they pull their pistol, fire off real quick so they can pin down the enemy while the last guys get across, get information to hold, keep one side or the other, hold down from crossing the creek, from advancing. Small little tells like that. Like there's one I think with the sharps. I'd like to test that. That was raining. Or got submerged for about, I think it was like a minute or two, and was still able to go off. And it was one of the paper cutters. And I know they were made to different specs than they are made today, and different tolerance, and well, they would be well used, and mine's well used. I mean, it's
the one I had before the one that you got from me, I carried that thing for over 20 years in the saddle, and I can tell you right now, between shooting blanks and live firing, I've shot that gun in the rain a lot, and it went off every time.
Was yours the paper cartridge or the just
the cartridge? 54. It was a 54 caliber paper sharps.
Okay. Well, just like
they
I said,
they will go off. Now I never. Okay, I rode through creeks with water splashing all over the place. I swam it out of Belmead Lake one time, across the lake, and it had I can't remember if I had a cartridge inside of it or not, but I loaded it either. I don't remember if it was loaded or not, but I know I swam out of across Belmead Lake once at a reenactment. Terry's Rangers, there was like 15 of them, got after me, and I just cut across the lake and they wouldn't follow me. But got to the other side, just dropped a paper blank in it, cut the end of it off with the cutter and capped it, and boom, no problem. And I fired it in the middle of the rain. Now, I never gave it the dunking contest to find out if that would work or not. And you'd probably have some pretty good layer of beeswax over the end of that bullet to give you a good wax seal up from that end of it.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's just, and then also, it's just there's a lot of people that says, as soon as I've heard a lot of people say this on different forums. As soon as it starts raining, it's done shooting black powder unless you've got them in a brass cartridge.
You want to know a good, reasonable test for that? Go ahead and load your gun up, right? Just go ahead and load it up. Take your faucet turn it on in the kitchen sink and hold your gun underneath of it. Not straight up, but, caps, cup down, muzzle down.
Yeah.
And stick it underneath that. Just get your fingers in there to get so it's kind of like big, heavy rain and stuff. And just let that water run over the back of that cylinder. You let it run all over it. Go out, fire a shot. If it goes off, now take your bucket, dunk it in and out, fire a shot. If it goes off, dunk it for 3 seconds, bring it out, fire a shot. That's going to be the equivalent to being in the rain, stumbling, falling face first in the creek, standing back up, shooting, run some more water over it like it's back in the rain, but do it like not so much like this now, but in your hand.
Well, I've got one of those.
Then dunk it down in the water a little bit longer,
I've got one of those little hand pressurized sprayers that has like the mist setting. I figured just spray the heck out of it with that. And then
you remember that video I made at the pond when I had the BLR and I was shooting in the middle of the rainstorm? You had water drying all over the gun?
I think so. It's been a while and I've slept since.
I made that video probably a year and 2 months ago.
Something like, I think, it's been a while.
But yeah, I fired cap and balls in the rainstorms, everything else. I never had a problem. The biggest issue that you're going to have is submerging the gun or just getting it, with just water plummeting over the top of it. Because remember, if you're using a cap and ball and you're doing it out in the woods, you need to have a flap holster. The flap holster is going to prevent 90% of the water from getting on that gun.
And also,
moisture is the biggest enemy.
Well, I don't know if you watch them, but in range, they do a thing called the mud test. They take like old guns, new guns, and basically plop them in mud. Covered in mud, take it up, give it a quick shake, and then see if it'll fire.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I watched the two guys do the mud test in the wheelbarrow. It was basically like wet concrete, and they submerged the Kel-Tec RDB in it. Now, when you submerge a gun in mud, it ain't made to work. Doesn't mean it won't, but it also doesn't mean you're not going to balloon the barrel because you just basically caused it to overpressure and almost blew the damn thing up. Now, modern, Rugers, Glocks, they're a lot tougher than these Italian guns. They're not made to be submerged in mud. If you want to do a test, drop it in some mud. Drop it at the edge of a pond in some muddy water and pick it back up.
That's what I was going to do.
And you have to get the barrel in there. You got to rinse the mud out of the barrel. You got to screw your bore up.
Well, I was going to take so nothing got in.
Jeremy, I'm going to run this thing over with a tank. I'm going to drive my truck over. They're not made to have a 3/4 ton truck drive over them. Now you can do it if you want to screw up a test gun, but I never do that to my own gun. Well, and in my mind, when you say I want to see what this thing can take, all right, I put it in my flap holster, and I run tap water over the top of that holster. I turn it sideways. I let the water get down in that holster every which way that it can possibly get in, because that's going to simulate me being on the back of a horse or on foot. And I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to let water run over the top of it like this. If it goes off, then like I said, I'll give it a 3-second dunk like this. Just like I fell down in a mud hole, I'm going to get back up. I'm going to see if it goes off. If it goes off, then I can give it a 10-second dunk. If it lasts 10 seconds, then you know what? Give it a minute. Now you fired 4 bullets so far. You got 2 left. submerge it for 15 minutes and see if the fifth one goes off. If that goes off, then submerge it for another 15. That's 30 minutes of submersion. That is a realistic test. That you dropped the gun, you came back to get it, and you're going to see if you can still use it. But taking and just putting the sucker
I was going
to mud, that doesn't prove anything. Other than you clog the bore up, now you got.
What I was going to do is I was going to take a condom and put it over there so the bore wasn't obstructed. So basically, about to here was covered with the condom. So there was no bore, you know. Yeah. I don't know if you can tell. Well, you can tell, but there is very little cylinder gap there. Cylinder gap. I mean,
you could probably take the condom off and rinse it out with water.
Yeah. So I mean, just put it there, just for peace of mind, and you know, just in case, just put the condom over it. That's it. Because you've been to my shooting range. Yeah. You know what I got near me. I can literally tie a rope right here and just go plunk, and then pull it right back up from the ditch right next to me. Well, and I'll simulate by the time it goes down.
String or rope, just throw it in the creek and pull it back out and see if it goes off.
Yeah, that's basically what I was going to do, is just do that before each shot. But I was going to make sure the rope's tied pretty good because I don't want to go down there and dig for it.
Do you remember dances with wolves at the creek crossing?
Yeah.
The sergeant, when the sergeant major gets down in the water and he pretends to be dead and kind of swims out.
Yeah.
That is a good practical test.
Man, you just cracked. I'm going to go get me a heater.
I've got a belt and a holster that I don't mind getting messed up because I ain't going to do that with my $400 rig. Doing that because I paid, like I said, I paid $400 for this one.
So it doesn't do you any good to put the holster in the water because it's an open holster. Now, when I'm talking about if I did it with a flap holster, but that one, if you hold it in your hand and just run it underneath a kitchen sink, it's the same thing as having it in a holster because the water's going to just be running all over down here.
Well, hold on. I was going to hold on one second. You've seen the holster before. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do to it whenever I get the time. Hold on one second. It's out here.
Excuse me.
Here's that kit holster. That's the one I don't mind sacrificing. You know, if it gets messed up, it gets messed up all well. I paid $50 for the kit. I was going to take this piece of pleather, a piece of pleather that'll reach down to this here and basically make the flap.
Yeah, he's just going to basically make a flap holster.
And then get in swimming trunks and a t-shirt, kind of like I am now when it's summertime, and swim to this that little pond that's there, swim there, get to the little embankment and see if it shoots.
Now here's a little point.
See?
We don't live in 1865. We live in 2019, fixing to be 2020. So if you have a conversion kit and you have self-contained brass cartridges, you can put a little beeswax around that primer. You put some enamel on it. You can make sure your bullets are sealed up with lube. You take your percussion cylinder and you put it in one of these.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you carry it in the field because they're for quick reloads. And that way, if it's raining, thundering, lightning, stormy, heavy, you got your cylinder inside a Ziploc bag inside your cylinder case.
Well, I don't have people.
You carry your gun with the 5-shot brass cartridge cylinder, and that way you don't have to worry about it because your self-contained brass cartridges are going to be more weather resistant than a percussion cylinder.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have a problem out of these. Really these ever because they're almost 100% watertight, water sealed. I think they're like 90% water sealed. There's like they would have to sit in something for a while.
I found one of my 45 Colts I had dropped down on my range at the farm.
Uh-huh.
And there was like when the pond overflowed, there was a flood coming through there. That bullet had been submerged, had been in water, mud, moisture, dew. It had been laying out there for about a year. I brought it back, got some steel wool, cleaned it up. Actually, I think I shot it in the video the same day I found it. I think I just wiped it off. Said, let's see if it shoots. Bang, boom. I mean, it laid out there for a year, and it went.
Like I said,
That's why we got away from cap and balls and went to self-contained cartridges. There was a reason for it.
yeah, it's just better. But it's
So,
just
like I said, if you're going to carry percussion cylinders, get you a little Ziploc bag.
yeah, but well, it's just the main reason I want to do this is because like I said, I've seen it so many times said in forums.
You want to that's the talking point.
Yeah, it's just boom. As soon as it sprinkles, you're done shooting cap and ball. No matter how well you seal it.
If you go to Cowboys and pull up that video from about a year ago when I shot the BLR first, it was coming down, I mean, just pouring down rain out there, and every single one of them went off.
I am going to be doing another live stream. It is just going to be a me live stream. It's because I'm going to be making something, showing how to make a reloading table for percussion cylinders. You know how they'll have those big ones that have the
you want a nice solid platform to sit down on the table so it's steady.
Well, no, for like off the gun loading of the cylinder.
Yeah, you just want a nice little heavy duty base with the stand built up where you can load off the gun.
Yeah, I was going to show how to kind of make one. You know, just because I don't know if I'm going to do it on Facebook or YouTube yet. I'll probably do it on Facebook.
Do you got Joyce's iPad? The blue one?
No, I have no idea what that's
Did you
at.
take it away?
Go ahead.
Negative feedback. Because I remember you took it away.
No, he's got it back.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's fine, family. Family's important. Honestly,
There's no knock. There's no courtesy. There's just, hey, got 10,000 people on the thing right here, and I gotta, no, like leave me alone. No, I don't know.
life happens.
I'm gonna have to get to bed because I'm taking my daughter to play airsoft tomorrow. But here's my point: when you've got percussion cylinders, you get you a good percussion cylinder carry case. Now, if you've got a modern gun, 45 Colt Casull, 44 Magnum double actions for speed loaders, you can do all sorts of great stuff.
Oh yeah.
Carry one cylinder inside one side, and you can stick 3 packages of paper cartridges in the other side. If you've got a Ziploc, if you got your stuff in a Ziploc bag, or even just wrap it up in wax paper and put it inside a nice little case like this, you can be out in some bad weather for a very long time, and it'll have no effect on you.
I just want to kind of quash those because it just seems like the uneducated are giving these advice, and it just a lot of people says. Someone asked one time that they gave says I have a brass frame 1860 Colt. What would be some safe loads for it? They're telling them steel frame loads. I just said, look, just I think most.
If you filled the barrel all the way up with gunpowder and stuck a bullet in the end of it and touched it off, it's pretty much still safe. I'm not saying do that.
Yeah, but
if you fill that cylinder all the way up and cram a bullet in there, it's still safe to shoot because powder is too low pressure to hurt it. Now, how long do you want it to last? How long do you want it to stay tight? And how much use do you want to give it? I mean, what kind of longevity do you?
Yeah. Well, I told him, look, just if I'm not mistaken, the standard loading form is like 30 grains on top of a round ball. So just take it back to 25 on your round ball, just to make the gun last longer so you can get the basics down.
If you
can get a good steel frame,
if you're just cutting paper, 20 grains is all you need.
Yeah,
I mean, 20 grains of black powder, 5 grains of cream of wheat for filler if you're going to use filler. I mean, I made blanks. Basically, we just put 30 grains of powder. We'd use it in a Remington like yours.
Mm-hmm.
You put 20 grains of black powder in it, and you fill the end of the barrel up with cream of wheat. You just start going around and around and around and packing it and repacking it until you can't pack it anymore. And that's how we made blanks. And when you shoot that, I had so much recoil from just cream of wheat being plugged in that cylinder that it would dislodge the loading lever. So 20 grains of black powder is a lot of gunpowder to put in a gun. Mark Hubbs is saying for the Johnson & Dow paper conical bullets, 25 grains of black powder.
Yeah, and that's what I've got a few of them laying around when I do some penetration tests. If I can ever get a day off and it be good weather, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be testing round ball, the Sugarloaf bullet that you gave me, and the Johnson & Dow, all on 25 grains of powder, and just see kind of. I know your newspaper. That's what I was going to do. I've been saving up all my newspaper stuff.
I wrapped this up a year ago, and I still ain't made it out to shoot it yet. I still ain't made it out to shoot it.
Yeah, that's how I was going to have it set up. That's where I got the inspiration from.
Yeah, Johnson & Dow conical bullet 454 round ball, my 45 long Colts, and a 45 ACP full metal jacket.
I'm not going to shoot any 45 ACP.
Well, I just want to basically make the comparison to just to cover the whole point when you compare one to the other, because as far as I'm concerned, if you shoot an 1860 Colt Army, you got the Johnson & Dow conical bullets with 30 grains of black powder, you're pretty much shooting a 45 ACP.
Yeah, because the 45 ACP originally spec was meant to hit
750 feet per second for, I think, NATO 45 ACP NATO ball.
Yeah. No, I think isn't it? I thought it was 800.
It might be, but I'm just saying it's around 750 feet per second up in that area. And I know that a Johnson & Dow with 30 grains of black powder is going to be around 750 feet per second. Now, the only difference that you're talking is a pure lead conical bullet versus a copper jacketed round bullet.
Yeah, this is my 45 trail boss load, because I haven't got IMR and talked to you about load data for IMR for 45 Colt, and clay and all. No, not IMR, clays. I want to pick up a bottle. I just haven't yet.
My special load.
Yeah,
the ones that make lawyers cringe.
Well, they shot perfectly out of mine, if you remember.
They shoot good, but I'm not going to say what I put in there.
Oh, I was going to back off
percentage, but I'm going to say that my bullets are safe in every gun I've ever shot it in. But I don't shoot it out of my Pieta cap and ball conversion because it's too hard on the gun. It's not too hard on everything else. And it's about as hard as you can get, but it's safe in Schofields and everything I've shot it in.
I was going to back it off by 10%. But I was going to use what you had as the maximum load.
Yeah, and mine quite a bit more than the maximum load that you find in the book. It has not been blessed by the lawyers.
Yeah, but like I said, this is 5.2 grains of trail boss. Last time I chronoed it, 855 feet per second.
That's a good load. That
And
is
it-
a good load.
And I think you've shot it, haven't you? It was a very light recoiling load.
I've never loaded trail boss unless I shot some of yours.
I think you did. I think I gave you some to shoot at the. I think you did when you shot my Remington. We didn't record it though.
Yeah.
I should have. Because you said you didn't like the way the Remington felt in your hand.
Well, I carried 3 Remingtons when I did mounted cavalry. I had 1 Remington on my hip. I had 2 in the cantle. I had those that double cylinder case slid up on the holster. So I had 2 of those Remington cylinder cases on the cantle holster. So that was basically 6 pistols up top, 7 with a Remington on my hip, and I had the double action Patterson on the other side. So I basically carried 8 loaded pistols, 40 rounds for the Sharps carbine and the saber, plus a boot dagger. I mean, Federal cavalry, but we actually were more like Confederate cavalry because when you're outnumbered, 3 and 4 to 1,
you carry as much as you can.
yeah, you use the same guerrilla tactics that they do. Because if you've ever been you all by yourself with 10 of Terry's Rangers on your butt, you're a running, jumping, swimming fool.
Yeah, I load my black powder cartridge to the military specs for the 1875 Army, the Colt Peacemaker.
Yeah,
Not the downgraded, the 30 grains of black powder but the 35 grains because I'm using a lighter bullet. And well, at 35 yards, they'd be hitting a man-sized head. I mean, they're accurate, and when they hit, they punch some power. I have an 8-inch barrel.
yeah.
I've been thinking about. Well, anyway, we can talk about this next week.
Yeah, I got to get to bed, Jeremy. Like I said, I'm going to try to get out of the airsoft field tomorrow.
I gotta spend time with. I gotta spend time with her.
Family time.
But anyway, guys, good night. Keep your powder dry, and see you next weekend. Bye bye.
Have a good one.